Oh yeah, I saw this video of Nick Fuentes just talking about like, oh, when he gets married, he's gonna make his wife sleep in a separate bed. And the way that he talks in this video, like, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not trying to be insulting, but he sounds like he does have some sort of autism. Like, it's interesting though, because I feel like a lot of the people that I watch now, they have like some degree of autism. They're somewhere on the spectrum. Like, I know Vosh says that, or Vosh says that he does. Destiny might. Nick Fuentes probably does. So it's interesting. Like, I'm just attracted to the autistic mind, you know? But it is what it is. Don't take this offensively. I'm just attracted to the autistic mind. I like listening to autistic people talk. So if you have autism, I like hearing you talk. But Daniel Sagner dabs. Yeah, what up, Dan? Oh, bro, like the first comment under this video is like, yeah. So like, I don't think I'm like being insulting here. Also, I don't view autism as like some major mental illness that's like fucking a terrible insult to throw at somebody. Like, it's a thing that is what it is. Like, I thought that I had autism for a time, although I probably do not. I would argue that I don't. I don't know. Maybe I do. Maybe I do have autism. So you guys have the right to talk to me about this. I thought this video might be interesting to watch, but we'll see. These ones might be better as well.
The bed pill, yeah, for real, dude. Separate beds. Separation. I'm a lover of separation. Separation.
He is a big fan of separation. We already know. He is a huge fan of separating.
Is the name of the game for me. Aquatic Nibba says 3 beds, Nibba. Just kick her to the couch. 3 beds. You know what? Maybe 2 beds and we could trade off. You know, one day we'll play on the home.
Like, he's talking about, like, when he gets married, oh, I'm just gonna sleep in a separate bed from my wife. Like, oh yeah, because we can't be too close because that would be a little too sexual, and we know that sex, that's immoral, that's evil, that's terrible. And then Dan says, that explains why you listen to my podcast. Oh, Dan, are you autistic? You might have told me that. I don't know. I didn't realize that. I don't want to say anything. Maybe this is bad context. Maybe I'm misinterpreting something. But anyways, whatever. Bruno said, "What's your passion, potential career?" I want to be an actuary. I want to study mathematics. Basically, mathematics is my biggest passion for sure. And one day, like maybe I'll be the next Robert E. Knapp and write a book like this. How mathematics is about the world. So Fracture says, but they'd be married. But still, sex is immoral. You gotta remember that, my dude. Sex is immoral. Onkel says, wasn't he dating the rabbit boy? No, it's a cat boy, actually. Oh, we can look at this. Cat boy, Nick Fuentes. Oh, man. We're going back to the attacking Nick Fuentes for his love of cat boys. We can watch this.
I was gonna pick you up at like noon or 1.
Oh, so cute. This is so cute. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. Imagine if Nick Fuentes was an anti-homosexual. He could have this relationship, and they could sleep in separate beds. And hold on, let's keep
for me. One day we'll play on the home field for her.
Her? Is this a her now? Oh shit, Catboy. Nick Fuentes and Catboy will be sleeping in separate beds, and occasionally, like one night, they'll have Catboy's home field advantage, and then Nick Fuentes' home field advantage on other days.
It'll be like the World Series. It'll rotate, right? Or the Super Bowl. It'll rotate between the different, you know.
This is so cringe. This is like, this is the Tradcath fantasy. You get married to your Catboy boyfriend, and then you sleep in separate beds, and then occasionally you get home field advantage some nights, and then
hey, we're playing in my home field, and you know maybe the next day we're playing on her home field.
Her
and home field advantage, the different stadium.
And I have nothing against homosexuality. I'm just like, it's interesting because Nick Fuentes is so opposed to homosexuality, but he goes on very hot dates with these cat boys. Like, I don't know, man. This is interesting. Like, Nick, man, you do you. You pursue whomever you want to pursue. That's all I'm gonna say. Do what makes you happy, my dude. That's all that I want for you. Just be happy. You don't have to hide it anymore, Nick. Nick, we know that you love Catboy. Alright, this is such an old meme, though, so I don't know if I want to keep going in the Catboy thing.
Hey, different stadium, different ball game, different different conditions, different sort of attitude, different mentality.
Yeah, kinky shit. That's some kinky shit. You gotta switch it up occasionally. Like some days Catboy's gonna be the dominant one in bed, and some days Nick will be the dominant one in bed. You know, that's the way it's gotta be. I have nothing against homosexuality. It's just interesting. You know, yeah, I've been thinking a lot about homosexuality. It seems like an interesting experience, I would argue.
So yeah, maybe not me. Maybe we just get the
plan.
two and we just trade off.
What's up, Commander Cody? How you doing?
Big butter. Okay, vulgar. Okay, that's gross. We don't need to talk about bedroom
For real, vulgarity is disgusting. I hate vulgarity.
things on this show.
Do not attack the human body. The human body is perfect, and never attack the human body.
This is a family show. No bedroom talk. Nick, please don't go back to this. Don't listen. It's these are my observations. This is real. This is raw. This is uncut. Charlie Kirk will never
He's inductive here. He's being inductive. These are his observations.
tell you about his bedroom preferences. He will never tell. I'm not going to tell you my bedroom preferences. I'll tell you about my bed preferences. Okay.
Yeah, there we go. He can't tell us about his bedroom preferences because, well, we know what those are.
Bed. Let's see. Big Butter says based. Dimitri says 2 beds. Nick, you'll get used to one. Trust. Yeah. No.
Yeah, have
No.
one bed.
No.
One bed. One bed. Yes. One bed. You gotta cuddle with that woman every night in the one bed and achieve the great pleasure of intimacy. Which I know you despise intimacy, Nick, because it's a sin. It's a sin to feel intimate with somebody. It's a sin to... I know you're suppressing your love of Catboy, and you know it's a sin to feel that intimate pleasure, but Nick, you can let it out. It's okay. It's okay. We understand, Nick. We love you, Nick.
I won't. I want things that are mine. I've always been this way. I don't like to share. I don't like to share anything with anyone. I don't care who it is. I don't like to share my food. I don't like to share my drinks. I don't like to share my stuff. I don't like to share my room. I don't like to share space. I don't like to share information. I like the things that are mine.
Fuck yeah. I'm not a big fan of sharing, by the way. Keep what's yours. Keep your property. That's a good thing. But Nick Fuentes is a selfish man. That's good. Maybe we can convert him to objectivism.
Look, I just like...
He just needs to accept his emotions, accept how he feels about the homosexuals.
what's mine. Okay? That's just, and I like it to be in my hands, and I like it to be not...
Oh my god. I want it to be in my hands. I want to hold on to this thing. Oh. Is that thing that you're holding onto Catboy's penis?
In other people's hands. I don't like to share. I never learned. That's just the way I am, okay? And I don't anticipate changing. Oh, well, this is our room. This is our bed. I don't think so. I want to have a bedroom that is blue, and I want to have a race car bed, and I want to have a boy theme.
Oh my god. He's a child. He's a man-child.
And, you know, my wife can have a girl bedroom, and she can have girly things, but
He never grew up. He never grew up. Oh my god, this dude is so obsessed with, like, this gender binary thing of, like, oh my god, I'm gonna have the boy bed and the boy bedroom with the blue walls and the race car bed and...
bedroom's gonna have a Joker poster, okay?
Oh yes,
And-
oh yes, it's a good superhero poster on the wall. Oh my gosh. I'm... How old are you, my dude?
You know, her bedroom can have whatever frilly, flowery type stuff, but my bedroom's gonna be kick-ass. I'm gonna have...
Yeah, your bedroom's gonna be so cool, Nick. Oh, it'll be so cool to see that boy bedroom.
I'm gonna have, you know, I'm gonna have a model train, maybe a model train that will go into the bathroom and into the bedroom. You know, on the ceiling there'll be like a shelf and it'll go through the different rooms. I'm gonna
so
have something
cool.
kick-ass like that. I'm sure.
Hey, no problem with modern trades, because I love trains. I like trains so much. I just love trains.
My wife would never go for something like that. That's why she'll have her own room, and she can have her bullshit she wants in her room. So,
Nick, are you gonna love your wife? I'm not sure. I'm not sure that this type of relationship is going to be the most romantic, the most loving relationship, Nick. I think if you really want to have real intimacy and real pleasure, you should not pursue a woman. You shouldn't pursue this wife that you're envisioning, because you don't sound like you'll be happy with her. It sounds like she'll simply be a burden. You don't need this wife in the other bedroom. You can just have your race car bed and model trains, and you don't even need the wife. In fact, if you really want the sexual pleasure that you are so desperately craving, you can invite Catboy over, and he can come over occasionally and sleep in that race car bed with you. And then some nights you can go to his home field advantage, to Catboy's house, and sleep with Catboy at his house.
You'll get used to one bed. I don't think so. Let's see. Cesius says, I'd like to contribute to the bed fund. Thanks. Yeah, no, thank you. Cube says, marital autism check? Sorry, bitch. I call top bunk. Yeah, for real. I call top bunk. Hope you like beef stew. Fuck? Yeah, bunk bed check.
Oh,
Let's do bunk beds. That's what I'll tell my wife. Bunk beds is how we're gonna play. NJ can.
He does not do it for pleasure. It's a duty, my friend, says On Call. Yes, it's a duty. He can't touch his wife. The only way that he can touch his wife is when he sticks his penis inside, when he has to just hold back so hard the fact that he is feeling pleasure, because he's doing it purely out of duty, so that they can have children, to preserve their white race. To make it so that all these minorities flooding into the country don't overcome the white race.
Conservative has heard Benny Johnson has a boy's bed in his house. Yeah, he's got a boy bed for sure. He's got boys in the bed. Booper says sleeping in the same bed is fun for like 1 week. It doesn't seem fun. I mean, it seems like fun, for like the obvious reason, but beyond that, what is fun about tossing and turning and trying to get comfortable with somebody else, in that close of proximity?
Do you not like cuddling with a woman? Have you ever cuddled with a woman? Is that not a good experience? Like, what's wrong with you, my dude? Oh my gosh. Like, occasionally it might be uncomfortable because the position you're in is a little uncomfortable, but like, good lord. I mean, there's still the pleasure of just like, with a beautiful woman, just cuddling with her, and because she's beautiful, that brings you immense pleasure. Pleasure's not a bad thing, my dude. Bruno says, yeah, but vulgarity is not wrong for the reasons he says. Yeah, I'd agree. I'd agree that in general, vulgarity is not a good thing. However, there are contexts where vulgarity is okay. So long as you're not using it for a very destructive purpose, or you're using it when you're actually trying to make a coherent and clear point. If you use vulgarity in those contexts, I would say vulgarity is not a good thing. However, when you're just using it for a joke, or just to be funny, or just to get a laugh with some friends, or be like, hell yeah, you're fucking awesome, bro. Like that's okay. Like all that stuff is okay. In an informal setting, I don't have no problem with vulgarity. And for comedic purposes, because there's a sense in which like the over the top vulgarity is very funny. That's one reason why Rucka's music is so funny, by the way.
Proximity. Can't handle it. I have trouble sleeping on my own. Now you factor somebody else into the equation. Can't do it. Base dollar says sharing is for the birds. That's right. I am a man and I've got my kingdom. Seriously, when I get a wife, I see so many of these men that are just like domesticated and their wife just runs the house. No, my house will be my domain, my compound.
Then just don't get married, my dude. If you don't want to live with somebody, if you want to dominate the house and have an entire house to yourself, then don't get married. When you get married, you realize that it's in your interest to let the wife do some things and let the wife control certain aspects and you control other aspects, so long as everything's in your interest. And there's a sense in which it's in your interest to have your wife control certain things. Like for decorating the house, when I get married, I'm not going to decorate the house because I I don't know what looks beautiful. All I know is how to organize books. That's the only thing that think it looks beautiful. So I'll organize the bookshelf. She can design the rest of the house however she wants. Now, if something looks obviously ugly, I'm gonna say, yeah, let's not do that. And then you make little concessions, and they're not sacrifices because it's in your best interest, because you love that person.
And that's the way it's going to be. Irish Lassie says, Nick, you share tons of info with us for starters. I don't know what that means. Aquatic Nibba says, you red-pilled on the natural family planning method. Yep. Reptard says, every man must secure a man cave in the home. No, dude, the home is the man cave. Secure a man cave. What, I'm going to retreat to a little corner of the house that I pay for? I don't think so. It's going to be the opposite. There'll be a woman cave. And there'll be a little room off to the side where the wife can go when she's feeling tired of my antics. But the whole house will be my cave.
Do you think this wife is going to be a very happy person? He's just going to be controlling the house and just saying, "Oh, you want this? No, fuck you. Get out of here. You just go put that in your little corner of the house." Like, is this going to be a happy marriage? I think this will lead to divorce, but hey man, in his ideal world, divorce is illegal, so she has to put up with his shit.
The whole house is my dwelling. I pay for the house. My house, my rules, my cave, my furniture, my decision, my chair, my TV. What I say goes. And you can
dominate the house, and this is not how you get a wife, obviously. Nobody's going to want to live with you. That's what my mom would actually always say when I was little, and I'd make a mess of something, and she'd be like, in the future, nobody's going to want to live with you. Like, figure out how to clean up after yourself. Nobody's going to want to live with you if you do this.
You could have a little...
Now, that's obviously somewhat altruistic. Like, oh, do this for other people? No, do it because you want to have a beautiful living space, a clean living space, an organized living space. However, there is an aspect to it where if you want love, you're going to have to appeal to the person that you're loving. You're going to fall in love with. You're going to have to appeal to that wife. You can't just be a slob and expect that you're entitled to some woman that's just going to fall in love with you because of it.
Makeup room or something, but a man cave. All these pathetic men. Oh, I go down to the basement. I go to the garage, and I've got a nice little setup here. I got my jerseys. I got my sports jerseys on the wall.
Notice this is the dude who is just talking about how he's going to have a boy room where it's all painted blue, and his race car bed and his model train going around the room. Oh, I like trains.
Comfy chair. I got my beers in the fridge. I got it made. I'm watching the game here. My wife can't bother me here. Wife is just dominating the whole house, lording over the house. Yeah, forget that.
Why does he view it as a competition? As a zero-sum game? He views marriage the same way that leftists view the economy. That's interesting, actually, because the leftists, they want to control the economy. They want to control the material of a society. Well, the conservatives, they want to control the bedroom. They want to control the sort of social aspects of your life. And it's interesting that, the leftists, they view economics as a zero-sum game. Well, these right-wingers like Nick Fuentes view, the household as a zero-sum game here.
Opposite, the inverse. My house is awesome like that. My dad watches what he wants on the TV. He watches, that's always how it was growing up. My dad's got the remote. He decides what's on the TV. And if my mom's got a problem with it, well, that's the way it is. We're watching, and I hate when my dad watches too. My dad will put on golf or football or baseball.
Oh, fuck, we got this dude spamming again. Put user in timeout. There we go.
And I hate it. And it's not...
This Namaste one guy, he comes in he came in my last live stream too and was like, Sonichu, watch Sonichu. And yeah, you just gotta ban those type of people.
Not even so much because I hate the sports.
Or just put him in timeout.
But I hate the white noise. There's something about the white noise.
I'll read Sonichu if you ask nicely, my dude.
It like hurts my brain. Do you know what I'm talking about? You turn on a football game, and you've got the constant white noise of the screaming fans and the commentary, and there's something about that sound which is just...
This is weird. Like, I don't get why people get so ticked off just at little tiny noises. Like, it's weird. Like, a lot of my family members are similar. Like, they hear, like, I'll be playing music in my room, and then all the way, like, someone will just yell at me, like, turn off the fucking music, I'm trying to sleep, or I'm not sleep, never mind, because it'd be, like, midday. I'm trying to play video games in my room or something. Like, good lord, just ignore it.
Pierces my mind. And when you turn it off, it's like a mind control signal breaks, and it's like, well, where am I? You know, like you hear that constantly drilling into your brain.
How weak-minded do you have to be?
And when it stops, you feel this great relief. It's like when you forget that the air conditioning is on, and then it goes off, and then it seems like eerily quiet, and you're like, oh, that's better. So he'll put that on. And all my mom can do is complain. All we can do is complain. That is aspirational, you know? That is aspirational to be like this.
What? Good lord. A complaining wife is not very valuable, I would say. But there we go. That was Nick Fuentes on the bedroom. The whole reason I got into this video is because I was talking about how all the people that I watch are probably autistic on YouTube, because I like how the autistic mind works. There we go. That's what it is. All right, now let's watch some other videos. Let's watch